Today, I'll be talking about one of humanity's biggest fears.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's exciting and thrilling adventure of the Socially Anxious Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Whalley. You may know me better as Waldo, and I am joined by my fellow regular people, Taco Draws.
What's up?
And the enchanting Mistress Dove.
Sup?
Who is not here anymore.
Before we get into that topic, I wanted to make sure Wally said what he's up to.
Well,
True.
Since the last podcast, I got married.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
That's a big one. I got married to my lovely wife, Tina. Absolutely love her to bits.
Aww. Dude, I love Dead or Alive.
Hey, wait a minute.
Me personally, I do like Zack Snyder's take on the characters. I do like his movies. Excuse me, maybe not Batman vs Superman. That one's pretty dooky, but
Why did you say that name?
yeah, that. But also, Batman should never hold a gun. Unless it's Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne should never hold a gun. I think
Or that
that's
one-
just like.
Or that one scene in
Yeah,
or that one
I can kind of agree with that one.
I can agree with that too, but there is another exception, which is that one scene in the final episode of Batman Brave and the Bold, where Batmite has gotten so frustrated with Brave and the Bold running that he tries to basically sabotage the show by doing everything in his power to ruin it, and the last thing he does is give Batman a gun.
That's.
I still think it's funny.
Literally, that Batman shouldn't hold a gun, so like him holding one ruins his character.
That finale is brilliant, by the way. I love all the clever little jokes they have, like giving him toyetic costumes and vehicles that are obnoxiously, obviously toys. Changing Aquaman's voice actor, which is also funny. They do everything. He does everything in his power to sabotage this shit. He even has him jump a shark at one point. It's fucking brilliant.
That's funny. That's
Brave and
funny.
the Bold is peak. Like, honestly, it's one of Batman's best TV shows. Because unfortunately, fun fact, I was Team Edward growing up. I know, horrible decision. But look, I didn't know what was gonna happen.
What was that laugh you just did? It was like, eh.
No, I'm just thinking, like, we said horrible decision. I'm like, what do you mean? They're both terrible. Actually, no, Jacob was better. Jacob at least had chemistry with Bella.
Yeah, and then Jacob stopped being better in the final book.
Yeah, he was a real weirdo in the last one, wasn't he? I think an adult man falling in love with a baby is weird.
It is, and it makes the Twilight light novel adaptation kind of like there's this one artwork that's like Edward holding like Renesmee and Jacob standing right there, and I'm like,
this is something I love about a lot of fantasy stuff, but Game of Thrones does it in a certain way that I love, and that is when the characters have names like Daenerys and Cersei and Tyrion and Ned. Sorry to interrupt, but y'all remember a couple years ago, or many years ago, I think it was 2008, 2007.
I was gonna say a couple.
Yeah, when IGN made that April Fool's Zelda trailer that fucking tricked me. Just do that, because that was perfect.
It tricked me too. Don't worry. It was one of two videos that tricked me as a kid. The other one I should not have been tricked by. It was that fucking old ass like Kingdom Hearts cosplay trailer video.
I remember. I love that one.
Oh.
The one with like the rock
that
version of Simple and Clean in the background.
I love that they just have random Pirates cosplayers there. That's like my favorite.
My favorite shot was Naminé looking over the bridge going, Roxas, use the Keyblade! And then it cuts to like Windows Movie Maker fire effects while like Axel and Roxas just jumping over each other.
Dude, I'm sorry. I love videos like that. I really fucking do.
I do.
I miss that simple. That's one of the things I miss about like mid to late 2000s YouTube was the simplicity of stuff like that, because
I also there's people would just another part of that video I like. All the Organization 13 cloaks look like fucking trash bags.
Fucking yeah. I also
and Sora's wearing.
He's just in master form, like for most of the fucking video.
They couldn't find his regular costume.
And I like the part where they chroma key Donald and Goofy's character models in.
I'm so glad that you've seen that video. That's of course you have.
Dude, it
Why
is
wouldn't you?
I was about to say, like, reminder, Kingdom Hearts is my favorite thing. It is my lifeblood.
I know, but I've never met someone who's seen that video. That's so funny.
I have joked before that as they like at my funeral, as everyone leaves, I shall play the result screen music from Kingdom Hearts.
That's funny.
The end.
Simon's iconic.
I think. Well, he's iconic in America. In Japan, Richter is way more popular.
Yeah,
That's why Richter and
Yeah.
Simon are the ones in Smash, because they tied for like most wanted.
Yeah, no,
Belmont
I
between
knew
the two
about that.
regions.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I knew a little
I have
bit
a
about
thing
that, yeah.
where if they do Simon, I really want to see them implement a fun bit of lore that nobody knows, which I've talked about this before with like the two other people I know that know this fact. Simon having red hair is what he is represented as in Legend, but the blonde version is what he actually looked like. So I would really
Yeah.
like it if they found some way to implement that aspect, which by the way means Castlevania Judgment is a Legend retelling and might not have even happened, which I find really
Wow.
funny.
Also, that scene where what's her face is like, "Wow, you have such huge boobs." Like that's not canon.
It might not be. Also, I had the same reaction at
Those
the
are a
age I
sacred
was when I
gift.
played. Yeah, same reaction, 100%, whole time. I understand that. I feel the same way. I get it. I understand that she is. I understand. Also, the game. Yeah, no. Also, people when they walk into my channel.
Well, no, actually, hold on. They do a really good job at adapting the Joker. All the other villains, not so much.
Okay.
The only memorable
They did do the Joker really well.
They did do the Joker, but the only memorable thing about those movies are the villains. Batman never does anything heroic in those movies. He's just a thug. He's just a scary thug.
He also has a terrible suit in Dark Knight. I'm sorry.
No.
No, the suit's ass. The
No.
suit's dog shit. I get you. No, I understand that you like the lame mid-ass movie suits all the time. I understand that. But like, I hope you realize I'm banned.
Now, children.
know.
Now, children. Let's
Okay.
not go down this road.
But like, but I'm sorry. The Dark Knight suit is bad. You can barely make out the fucking bat symbol. It has some of the worst over-designed movie suit problems I've ever seen. I hate the mask. I don't care that he can actually move his neck around. It looks terrible. There is nothing good about this suit. And I also hate the fact that it's almost entirely solid black with no accenting color, because it makes
that
the
I
thing
agree with. Okay,
borderline
yes.
impossible. It makes the thing borderline impossible to read. I hate that it just looks like fucking hockey pads. I fucking hate this
not
shit.
wearing hockey
It's dog
pads.
shit. I don't. You look like you are. The point is, and I blame the Dark Knight for every other superhero suit that has all the same problems. I blame it for MCU suits. I think we shouldn't call them that. We should call them Dark Knight suits. I blame it for Man of Steel's mid-ass suit. I blame it for all this shit. Like,
on.
I blame it for Fan Force Stick.
Okay, no.
Dark
Fan
Knight-
Force Stick's a different problem, okay?
Dark Knight is entirely the reason Fan Force Stick went the direction it did. You know this. You search your feelings. You know it to be true.
I'd say Fan Force Stick is a symptom of the Dark Knight problem, but it's those. They don't even have suits in those movies.
No, Reed has a suit. Look at his suit. It's a suit, guys.
The Thing doesn't have
like,
a suit. He's just walking around with his big rock cock out. He's
I don't
rocking
know
out
why-
with his rock out.
Rock cock from Paper Mario.
How I like what Hugbees said about JoJo on his podcast with Critical, and I think Wendigoon was the guest, where he describes JoJo as the first part is Castlevania, and then the rest is just like insanity. Like I don't exactly know how he explained it, but it was funny.
Like, the way it's so funny because like I would describe every JoJo part with a hilarious analogy. Like part 3 is around the world in 80 days, but like with
I was gonna say,
and like fucking part 4 is Scooby Doo with superpowers.
Part
Yeah.
5 is The
fucking-
Godfather.
And then part 5 is the gay father.
Part 6
and
is
then,
Prison
like,
Break.
Part 6 is Orange
Orange is the New Black,
Green
yeah.
is the New Black. That's
Part
what it
7
Yeah.
is Seabiscuit.
And then part 7 is Peak. That's what it is.
Part 8
part
is just,
7
I
is
don't know
Peak,
what
that's
the
what it
fuck
is.
Part 8 is. I've never understood what happens in Part 8. I've tried.
I love part. I mean this genuinely. Part 8 is really good, but it is not a thing you can read like other JoJo parts. You really have to commit to following.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So he's two men combined into one man, and people are trying to kill him, and there's rock people.
I think Taco's just.
Don't forget
there's
the bubbles.
Rock people. He can shoot bubbles. There's a guy with a bowl cut who's like this girl's brother and is also trying to bang her. And then like the bad guy, his
Yoshikage Kira.
His hair is a hat, and his stand is an Elvis song. And there's rock fruits. And I don't.
I believe that. I believe this is the point where I put Taco down on my knee and go, "This is why it's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventures." Son.
Yeah, I'm just like,
we don't make sense on this shit.
It's like that scene in Family Guy where he's in like
part 8.
He tries I can't believe it's not butter, and he's like just like in a straitjacket the next second.
Oh my god, I want that animated now.
Just me trying to understand part 8.
But I didn't know that in 2016. They should do like an Overwatch movie with like this animation stuff. There's so much potential with these characters in this world, and then like the shit with Widowmaker and Tracer with the assassination thing that I've seen so much porn based around. That could also be that gave me more shit. Also, Widowmaker is so fucking hot. She's not like May hot, but she's fucking hot.
I think the
point is like.
Oh, sorry.
At this point, though, the only Overwatch adaptations we're ever getting are porn animations, which are so well animated. What the fuck?
Some of those people must work for Pixar, DreamWorks, or some shit, because like some of that is like the most professional, amazing looking animation I've ever seen.
Dude, you find the correct animators for May, and they understand the assignment, and she is
Shout out to Fugtrup, the goat. The
goat!